would try to hurt Santa. Video you got to see to believe coming up.
The migrant crisis continues here in San Diego. In fact, a record number of migrants were dropped off at just one center today. An outbreak of pneumonia in children in China worries many parents. We talked to a researcher to find out if this is like COVID.
A local contestant from San Diego on Squid Games The Challenge. I talked with him about his experience on the show.
Splashes of color, helping people in a dark place. Why Ann Gaffey paints for people she'll never meet.
CBS 8 News live at 6 starts now.
An inflatable Santa is vandalized in Carlsbad. It was all caught on camera, and now the neighborhood is fighting back. Good evening, I'm Marcella Lee.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. Tuesday night, surveillance cameras caught someone on camera jumping out of an SUV to do the damage. CBS 8's Kirsten Holmes has been working on this story and joins us live from Carlsbad with details. Kirsten.
I am live here in Ho Ho Highland, and I want you to take a look around me and see why they got this name. It's a street in Carlsbad that is a winter wonderland decorated with all of these giant inflatable Santas. Now, it was a winter wonderland right up until the moment the Grinch himself came and tried to ruin Christmas. Now, we're going to show you this video, but we have to warn you, it is pretty graphic. We got this video from a CBS 8 viewer. If you take a close look, you can see someone jump out of the black SUV, stab Santa several times, and then just get away, leaving this community wondering who would hurt Santa.
You don't deserve Christmas and you deserve to get coal. It's kind of immature for them to do that.
Kaylee and her brother Zachary were extremely disappointed to find that someone would do this to Santa.
First thing that came through my mind is like elementary schoolers are making better decisions than you.
When we originally put the Santas up a few years back, our neighbors had problems with somebody hopping the fence and popping their floaties, blow-ups, inflatables. So we put up the Santas and we're like, no one is going to do this to Santa.
Teresa, their mom, started the decorating idea, hoping to spread the Christmas spirit throughout her community years ago.
So I have 2 younger kids, but I also have a high school kid. She's only going to be around, oh my gosh, I'll get teary-eyed for a couple more years.
Yeah.
So, okay, so there's a great street in Toronto that puts up these Santas, and there's 70 of them.
And that's how Ho Ho Highland was born and gained its popularity with visitors dropping by. Merry Christmas! Hello!
It's made everybody slow down. We have way more traffic than normal, but everybody's slow, everybody's happy, everybody's waving to each other. We've met neighbors that we didn't know before this. It's been great.
This wasn't a part of the plan, but this Carlsbad community says they aren't letting it slide. Sharon and Robert take their daily walks through Highland, and they say this Grinch needs to be held accountable.
No getting no free rides.
Perhaps make restitution for the destruction they have caused. Face the public that, yeah, we messed up.
And because the holiday spirit is so strong, Teresa says there's grace and forgiveness if the Grinch owns up to what they did.
It's a moment, it was a mistake, they were being mischievous. We don't want this to end with them getting in trouble. It's college application time. We don't want this affecting that.
Okay, so we talked to Carlsbad police. They say that a police report has been filed, but it is up to the victim of the vandalism to continue to file those criminal charges. Teresa says she believes they're going to work on this as a community and lead by example this holiday season with love and forgiveness and a little bit of community support for the individual that they want to hold responsible. They're hoping to share the message and teach them a valuable lesson. Do not mess with Santa. Kirsten Holmes, CBS 8.
The Santas lining the street, Kirsten. It is so festive, and you can tell that they're just, not going to let it ruin Christmas. So I'm assuming they're going to keep decorating because I see one right over your shoulder right there with all the Santas.
There's one right over my shoulder. I'm looking down the street. If you guys haven't been to Ho Ho Highland, it is amazing. The Christmas spirit is alive and well here despite that Grinch.
All right, well, we'll see if they can find out who did it. And she said she doesn't want to get the person in trouble necessarily, just wants them to take responsibility, maybe apologize. Thanks so much, Kirsten. San Diego police need your help tonight finding more possible victims of a man they say sexually assaulted a 12-year-old girl. According to police, the 20-year-old suspect, identified only as Romero, pretended to be a 15-year-old boy. He's accused of assaulting the girl inside her home, but investigators say there is reason to believe he may have assaulted other victims either in their homes or at his home. No other details have been released, but anyone with information is asked to call San Diego police. A former San Ysidro High School basketball star accused of shooting at a car full of people in Jamul could have his felony charges reduced to a misdemeanor. Today, Mikey Williams pleaded guilty to making a criminal threat, and that means he could avoid prison time. A judge has ordered Williams to complete 80 hours of community service and anger management and gun safety courses before he's sentenced in August. Williams was supposed to play basketball at the University of Memphis. The school says he is not allowed on the team until this case is resolved.
The number of migrants coming into San Diego continues to grow. 1,500 were dropped off at just one assistance center today, a record number for that facility. CBS 8's Kelly Hessedal was the only reporter given access to that center today and has more from the county administration building with what she learned.
And this is a county-funded migrant center. 1,500 is the highest number of migrants it's seen so far in one day. And I'm told the daily number is expected to remain up there, right around 1,000.
All right, good luck.
Large busloads of migrants, including women and children, dropped off at a migrant center in Mid-City today. Their luggage unloaded.
Grab your things and make a line here, please.
In just the hour our cameras were there, we saw 4 buses arrive, with several more filled with migrants on the way.
We thought a couple of weeks ago when we got 780, it was the highest we ever had. We yesterday thought 800 was the highest, but we were informed early yesterday that it would be 1,500 today.
Kathy Lembo is the CEO of SBCS, the organization running the center. SBCS picks up the migrants from processing facilities in Otay Mesa, where they've already been screened by Border Patrol.
We feel pretty good about today because we knew ahead of time. The county brought staff in.
Here's a look inside one of the rooms where you can see it's packed. Lembo says they added IT support today to handle the high volume of people using Wi-Fi. At the center, the migrants charge their phones and get something to eat before heading to their final destinations.
As you can see, this has minimal impact on the community because it's self-contained and it's gated.
Welcome, bienvenidos, buenos dias.
The county paid $3 million to get the center up and running back in October, but funding is only expected to last for a few more weeks. CBS 8 has learned County Supervisor Joel Anderson sent this letter to the board yesterday, asking for an additional $3 million to keep the center operating. Lembo says the bottom line is this.
They're going to come into our community no matter what. If we didn't have the Welcome Center, they would be dropped off at the transit centers.
And she says since the center opened, it's seen about 26,000 migrants come through its doors. She says about 5% end up staying here in San Diego. The rest have gone elsewhere. As for the vote on the funding, the Board of Supervisors is expected to take that up on Tuesday. Kelly Hessedal, CBS 8.
Scattered showers continued across parts of the county today.
Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis is here early to tell us if we've seen the last of this rain, at least for now.
No, we have not.
All right, see, there she said it.
We're not done just yet. We're still holding on to those chances. Marcella, do not give the thumbs down. She's getting her fur fixed. All right, so we do have some wet weather still in store for tonight. We are talking about those chances all the way through tomorrow morning. When we look at our radar, it's not very active right now. We are seeing a pocket of rainfall that is impacting Brownfield, but other than that, we are looking at those chances as we go throughout the night. So they start to increase once we get closer to about 10 p.m. Around 8:30, you're seeing some scattered activity out there stretching from Oceanside down towards Pine Valley. Also seeing that impacting across Ramona. That will be around 11:30 for tonight. And then everything becomes a little less scattered and really isolated once we get to tomorrow morning. So we're not looking at a lot of additional heavy rainfall, just a few hundredths of an inch here and there. But we will take a look at those rainfall totals of what we've gotten so far and what we could actually see once everything is said and done through tomorrow morning. So we'll go ahead and get to those details coming up in your complete forecast. Carlo.
Thanks, Carlene. Next week, San Diego city leaders could start the process of making changes to parking along Convoy Street in Kearny Mesa. The city council will consider making the area a community parking district. That could be the first step toward changes, including turning parallel parking spaces into angled ones, establishing shared parking locations, maybe even installing parking meters. Businesses we talked to like the idea. They say it would help with customer turnover. Visitors weren't as enthusiastic. They don't want to pay to park. An early holiday present tonight for a Mission Valley man. Police found his classic Chevy pickup nearly a year and a half after it was stolen.
CBS 8's David Gottfredson did a story on this stolen truck in June of last year. And finally tonight, the owner has it back.
It's been almost a year and a half since Joel Bamba has heard the purr of the engine inside his 1950 3/4-ton pickup truck.
It's got almost 500 horsepower and an automatic, nothing like a stock.
The old Chevy was stolen from the parking lot in front of his Mission Valley condo in June of last year. The truck has been in his family for the past 50 years, going through 5 different engines and 5 transmissions.
Well, my brother had it 20 years, and I've had it 30 years, and it was my daily driver. And so 2 Februaries ago, it did 1 million miles.
Joel figured the truck was long gone, and to make matters worse, he had no theft insurance.
Both my daughter and I searched all the time on it. At least once a month, we'd both search all the classifieds throughout the United States and even into Mexico.
But then earlier this month, out of the blue,
about 7 o'clock at night, I got a call from the police department, and they said, "We found your truck."
Abandoned in Chula Vista.
I think when they ran out of gas, they couldn't get it started again, and so they kind of towed it off the side of the road and left it somewhere, maybe in front of somebody's house.
It had some cobwebs and damage to the ignition and steering wheel, but now it's back on the road and back in the family. Whoa, take it easy, buddy. Seems like Joel is 21 again. After more than a year and a half without his beloved truck, Joel is not going to take any more chances. He's keeping it locked up, safe and sound in a garage. In Mission Valley, David Gottfredson, CBS 8.
It's really incredible that they found it as intact as it is. I mean, so many things could have happened to that
Looks great, sounds great.
Yeah.
Don't be a leadfoot. Still ahead tonight, a local man who ended up on a popular Netflix series.
Plus, is a series of earthquakes in Iceland leading to a more cataclysmic event? We verify.
But up next, what an expert is telling us about global concerns of another pandemic.